Welcome to Gokey's College. Today, I'll be showing you how to maximize your Gokey's keyboard. If you're new to the keyboard, the on switch is right here. Let's hit the on button, the splash screen appears, and within about 15 seconds, this keyboard will be booted up. I'm going to start from left to right, going through all the functionality and explaining them very briefly. That's the on switch that we used. Here is the volume control to turn your volume up or down. Here we have a song button. The song button takes you to pre-recorded songs. If I hit play, you can hear what I recorded previously. Let's stop, and then you can use the dial control to move up or down the song list. Let's go to another song. Let's go to another song. Now, the next piece of functionality, if I hit F2, takes me to a timeline where I can listen to the song at different spots. And using the dial control, I can go forward or backward. So let's keep listening. And that's how you use that control, okay? So that's the song menu. Let's hit the exit button. The exit button, you can see, is that oval button right next to the display. Let's hit exit a couple of times. Okay, now we're done with the song button. I'm going to move the screen so that you're able to see everything that I'm showing you right here. So let's move the screen a little bit as we proceed. Next, we're going over to the record button. And the record button allows you to record whatever you want, depending on the sound selected. Here, I've got 70s Suitcase. If I wanted to record what I'm playing, I hit record, and I just start playing. When you're done, hit record again. It will then go to a display so you can see where your song is. This song has been recorded as number 15 in the list. So, song 15 is our new song. If I wanted to play it back, I just hit play. All right, so let's hit stop and let's exit. That's the record functionality. Next, we've got Chord Sequencer. This could be a little bit advanced for beginners, but you know what a chord is. It's when you hold 3 notes down. Some people will say it's 2 or more. But if you hold a chord and you hit arranger, it shows you which chord you're holding. This is an F major 7. So hitting the arranger button over here can be quite helpful to show you chords you're playing. So you know chords give you that background behind the melody playing at the top, like imagine that without the chords. It's kind of boring, isn't it? So the chords make the song, and that's why chords are so important. So, chordal control is so important that the people at Roland decided to give you options to program in your chords and have them play in the background without you doing anything with your left hand to play those chords. And they've given you a list of so many chords here, so many chord patterns, whether you want it to be on something melancholic like a minor, so you've got an unending list of possibilities. Let's check some of them out. And the way we're going to do this, we're just going to simply hit the play button next to arranger. Let's hit play. And that's playing the D minor, F, B flat. To see the chords as they play, hit arranger. So there you have it. You can see the chords as they are being played. Let's go back to chord sequence and list, and let's choose a different chord sequence. And you can hear that the chord arrangement is different, isn't it? Okay, well, that's enough of that. Let's end it. All right, so I just showed you the chord sequence, and this chord sequencer functionality allows you to choose from a chord pattern list. All right, now you could write your own chord pattern if you wanted, right? You could create your own, right, by going to write and choose one of these that hasn't been done before, and you can program in the chord you want. And there's a variety of ways of doing that, but I won't get into that just yet. I have videos on that, okay? Over here you can see another way you can program in your chords, right? You can hit enter, and then you could choose to make this something different. So right here, you could choose an A sharp, a B flat. So if I wanted to change this to a B, I could do that. I could move to the next chord, and I could change it accordingly to whatever I want. Over here, you've got a -7 flat 5, or a diminished, or whatever the chord is. But I know this might be a little bit advanced for beginners, so I won't go that far. But I want you to know you can program in your chords and change them however you like, up to several measures. So that's the chord sequencer. Over here we have style, and style just allows you to choose the genre, the specific beat or rhythm under that genre. So here we've got R&B. To check it out, just hit play. Let's go to the next one. Dark R&B. Now, while we're doing all this checking out the genres, I want you to know if you hit this button right next to it here, right next to the exit enter buttons underneath, you can either go forward or backward to move to rock, ballad, traditional, contemporary, jazz, and so on. So if I wanted to check out the jazz, Kansas jazz, I could use my dial and this button to go back and forth, and that's it. So your play button right here is for the sequencer, and it could be very helpful. It's for the not only the sequencer for you to know what the sequence is, but also the style. So you're gonna be going back and forth, likely between style and chord sequencer. Okay, so you can check out all of the genres, all of the styles, and you've even got world music here. Now, For those of you advanced musicians, while I'm showing you style, I might as well show you how to get greater control of the style. To get greater control of the style, you need to use the arranger functionality. So once your style is chosen, let's say I want Asian sunset. I select Asian sunset, right? But I go down to arranger, and now I'm able to see which beat variation I'm playing, because you've got different beat variations. You've got variations 1 through 4. Let me give you an example. Variation 1. Variation 2. Variation 3. Variation 4. So those are the 4 variations. To start off your sequence, you could use the auto intro functionality. So let's go to variation 1. The way the styles are, they build in intensity generally. So 1 is kind of mellow, 2 gets a little bit warm, 3 gets hot, and then 4 is boiling. But you can bring your rhythm section and chords in by using enter, this one right here, and the back arrow, this one. When you hit those 2, you then begin to see intro flashing. And that means you got intro on auto, which means when you hit play, it goes straight into intro on A minor. Let's check it out. And in like manner, the back arrow, this one right here, is for ending. If you want the ending to be polished instead of hitting stop to end your song, when your song is full steam ahead, maybe you're boiling on 4, you want to end it, hit this one. Okay, and that's how you do it. Now, to be a little bit more dramatic, to give it a little bit more pizzazz, you may want a longer intro. So, watch carefully, because I'm going to show you advanced musicians how to get a long intro. So, let's pan over here so I show you this functionality on the right. Over here we have a menu button. Hit the menu button and move with the arrow over to scene. Then hit enter again, and you come to arranger, hit enter with arranger selected, and go down to intro type. Hit enter and move up to long. Exit, use the toggle to go down again, enter, long, and exit. Hit arranger. Now you're back at the arranger, and you can hear the beauty of the longer intros. Let's hit enter and back button and check out the expansive intro sound. Quite dramatic. Equally dramatic is the ending. So, let's go back to our chord sequence and see. It's a pretty long one. You see, it's going all the way to a 12th bar and then back to the first bar, which is actually on B minor 7, which is quite impressive. Let's go back to arranger, but let's just end it by hitting the forward button. So check it out. quite impressive. For $4.99, this is quite impressive. Now, we've taken a look at style. I've shown you how to go back and forth in between to check out the different genres. There's so many fun genres here, so many. But with style covered, let's go to the mute button. What is the functionality of the mute button? Well, assuming you were playing a style and you wanted to mute the accompaniment, just hit F3. Now you're hearing the bass and the drums only. Let's kill the bass. Now we've got just drums. Let's mute everything. Nothing. Bass. Accompaniment. No drums. Bring the drums in. End it. All right, so now you know what to do with mute. Let's go to effects. Under effects, we got a smattering of effects, and the best way to demo it is to play something. So let's play this. Let's turn this effect on by pressing F1. That's the super filter. That's the flanger, that's the phaser, hexachorus, delay, tape echo, ring mod, pitch shifter, bit crusher, isolator. Very helpful for that kind of next door music effect. Lo-fi comp, phonograph, auto pan if you got your headphones on, slicer, distortion, and that's it. Okay, and then you've also got settings for you to tweak this to your preference. Let's exit, let's turn it off. So those are the effects for you. They change the universal sound. Lo-fi could be actually quite fun to use. But let's exit again, and we're at 70 Suitcase. Now, let's go to the piano family down here. I want to show the concert piano. Now, it's not a bad sound, but if I wanted it to be even more expansive with some reverb, I'll go to mute. No, I beg your pardon. I'll go to effects and reverb and enter and dial up to 100 plus to get the real effect of the concert hall. So check this out. You hear that? It's got some nice reverb there. Now, if you exit and use the wheel to go down to concert hall, there's an even more expansive reverb sound here called Cathedral. And there are others. You got studio, lounge, concert hall, cathedral. I like Cathedral for that big sound when I want the piano to stretch out. All right, so now you know how to access the reverb. And as if all that great stuff wasn't enough, arpeggios. What if you wanted to hold a chord and have the keyboard do all the work for you? Well, just turn it on and hold your chord. And it does all the work for you. And you can add notes on the top register and have lots of fun. All right, that's that in a nutshell. Now moving back down here to the transpose, we are going to move back so that you can see what the transpose button can do for you. So right over here next to volume control, we've got transpose. Let's exit for clarity. Now, if we hit transpose, we can see that it's off. Well, let's get the arpeggio off. All right, so here we hit transpose, it's off. Nothing's happening. Let's turn off the reverb. Let's go to studio. Okay. So, to transpose, you must hold down transpose, and next to it you've got a minus and plus under octave. Those buttons are used to control transpose as well. So if I wanted my C to be a C sharp instead, I hit transpose and plus. Now my C is a C sharp. I hit transpose and 2. Now this is a D. Okay? So if I wanted to go back to normal, I hit transpose and hit minus twice. Now I'm back to normal. If I wanted to go down an octave, like let's say I'm playing, but I want that really low C, I hit minus. There it is. So, assuming I'm playing just regular, and let's say I wanted the low C. Watch this. Low C. And what I like about the accessibility of octave, because it's just a 5-octave keyboard, it gives the illusion of absolute control, which is very impressive. Now that's way beyond where you can go. It actually should end here. That's the lowest note you get on the keyboard. Watch this, very quick. Just instant, you're down to the lowest and you're up to the highest. You'd never think it was 5 octaves when you can pull that off so quick. All right, well, let's go back to 0. So now you know how to use transpose and octave, you know how to use arranger, and you know how to use the play and the stop. Tempo just helps you go up. Super fast or slow using the dial. That's simple. And if you wanted to use tap, just hit F3, and based on your rapidity of tapping, the tempo would go up. And then you could lock it if you want. You could lock the tempo, but we won't do that. So let's exit. So now you know how to use everything on the left side of the keyboard. You also understand that F1, F2, 3, and 4 are used to go in between the screens and so on. I've also talked about exit. So why don't we toggle over so that you can keep learning the tricks of the trade of this awesome keyboard. All right, let's move the camera just a little bit so that you can see what's on the far end. On the far end, we've got a lot of fun functionality for microphones and so on that I will touch on very lightly. But let's hit exit. Do you notice that my screen looks a little bit fancier than yours, perhaps? The reason is because I chose to tweak its appearance. So let me show you how to do that, because right now I've got so much stuff on this screen. I can tell which style is on. It's U04, it's empty, right? If I hit style, I can see it's on U04. But let's say I wanted it to be on something else, okay? And I go back and now it's on slow big band. So I know when I hit play what I'm getting. It's like a preview of everything that you can't see. I can see it's set to B minus sevenths as well when I begin playing. So I know what to play. It's variation 1. How do I get there? Menu. And under menu, you go over to, let's see if I can get this, general. All the way down in general, you've got home display, and it says home display type is 6. If I hit enter, I can see this is type 6, and if I use the dial, I can see other screen types, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I like 6. It does appear a bit cluttered though. Type 1 is like basic. You just know, okay, I'm on concert piano. But for more advanced musicians who are using the style and so on, you may want to know which style has been selected in the background. It's slow big band. You may also want to know what you are about to press. So I would say type 6 is very good for that. Type 1 is good for beginners. Also, under that menu I was looking at, under System and General, you've got the Master Tune, you've got the Key Touch to kind of choose for those of you who are into piano action and stuff. And you can choose to turn it off, auto, in 30 minutes, turn your keyboard off in 30 minutes. So if I wanted it to be off in less, or I didn't want this functionality at all, I could. Okay, for me, it's somewhere around 30 minutes. Okay, so you decide. And with that, we are into the menu. The menu has got so many features. So you got a mixer, and this allows you adjust the volume of the keyboard, the style, the scene, and the audio. If you've got some additional audio playing from a USB, or something of that nature. You've also got, let's exit, you've also got scene edit, where there's your arranger and there's your scale type. This is going into territory that beginners may not care to know. Under system, you've got general, you've got input, and this deals with the USB audio, mic volume, and so on. I have videos showing how you can use the mic functionality. I won't go into that today because it's quite long, so you can check out the video on the channel. We've got EQ. You could choose to EQ the highs and the lows differently. You got Bluetooth functionality. That's right, you can connect your keyboard to your phone and you can play music or audio from your phone and have it from your speakers. And it's actually not bad. It's quite a nice way of listening to music on your phone instead of lugging about headphones everywhere. And that's the menu functionality. Going over to scene, scene allows you have at the ready these rhythms that allow you perform real quick by having a list of rhythms. It has a scene list. That's for advanced players. Let's go back. Let's see what else we got. So that's scene edit. Under system, I've shown you that. Center cancel is functionality that allows you cancel out vocals when you bring audio through here. That is advanced functionality. We're not going to do that. Under here we have utility. Utility is for advanced functions such as your USB. Again, on the channel, I show you how you can back up your keyboard, how you can export, how you can use Wi-Fi for the USB dongle that is behind. This is an additional widget, or I should say, an additional dongle from Roland that allows you get access to tons of sounds online. If you check out my channel, you'll see the EXB functionalities that are available through Roland Cloud. This allows you to connect your keyboard through this dongle to Roland Cloud Connect and download additional sounds that are not available on your Gokey 3 or your Gokey 5. So over here we have the format button, and that is to format non-Roland USBs so you can save stuff to them. All right, so don't hit format for this. Actually, don't put this in the wrong socket, because at the back you got a couple of sockets. One is for just regular USB and the other is for the Roland dongle. So keep that in mind. Okay, so that's pretty much it as far as all this is concerned. I've talked about scene. Under split dual, you can choose to split your keyboard so the left plays one voice and the right plays another voice. Like that. If you hit split dual again and it goes into dual mode, now it's layered. So at first I had strings and piano separated. Now I have them together. All right, and that's it. Single mode is just a single sound. But what's single sound? It's the single sound you select on upper. So if I wanted to program in, for example, a synth at the top, let's hit synth. Let's go to another synth. So I've got that at the top, and hit lower to know what's going on in lower. Now, if I wanted to choose something else in lower, like let's go to synth and let's choose a different type of synth. So I've got that on the lower. If I wanted to play both the upper and the lower, what I need to do, the lower, what I need to do is hit split mode. Now I've got the lower, that, and the top I've got. And if I wanted to get a more expansive sound, I'll go to effects and I'll choose something else, cathedral, and I've got that big echoey sound. lots of fun. The possibilities are endless with split duo. Let's go back to piano and let's go back to single for the sake of our illustrations. Moving over here, we've got mic effects. If I had a microphone plugged in, I would be able to hit that and I could harmonize myself, and the harmony goes off the chords being played. And it uses a line of best fit, what is most intelligent, and it forms a harmony. I have also demoed that on this channel. I will endeavor to put some links to these videos. So we have mic effects, we have mic. Let's hit mic, and you could choose to turn the mic on or off. I'm not using a mic going in here now, so you are not getting the full demo, but I have a video showing how to put reverb and how to harmonize. That's how that works. And my friends, the last piece is home. E.T. call home. Well, you may not understand that. I guess that predates some of our friends. Well, if you hit the home button, it takes you back to the home screen. All right, now we can select from the tapestry of sound. So if you hit piano and then list, you can see all the pianos available. Those that are immediately available on the keyboard, plus those that I have had access to as a result of the dongle. So over here you can tell those, for those of you advanced players, you find some of the functionalities with the label EX. Now, I would need to put this in for some of my other purchased sounds to show, or I should say the sounds that come with the dongle. But the dongle needs to be connected first of all. Anyway, so that's that. But if you exit and go back to piano, and you can hit list, and this is a list of all the pianos that are available to you. Lo-fi piano, nostalgic, reverse piano, SA piano, pop toy, and then we get into other pianos, which I'll go in more into electric piano. But the really cool thing is, if you hit any of these selections, it takes you to the very first thing on the list. So if in the middle of play, I wanted to go to electric piano, just press electric piano. Go back to piano. Go to synth. Go to strings. Like that, back to piano. And so on and so forth. All right, so I just showed you a bunch of things right now. I showed you the family of sounds, piano, straight to EP, straight to strings, straight to synth, and other, organ. So you got all of that functionality here at the touch of a button. Now, if you wanted a different sound, all you need to do is just use the wheel to move real quick to something else. Like if I'd played a solo with this, and I didn't want to use it again, I could use the wheel to go to something different real quick. Something in the piano family. And so on and so forth. Over the past 40 minutes, my friends, we've been talking about the Gokeys. I've been showing you all the functionality. And if you've enjoyed it so far, I'd love for you to smash that like button, because you'll be helping me and you'll be helping the algorithm and you'll be helping others. Because the more people can find this expansive video about the Gokeys 5, that sometimes makes you scratch your head and say, don't know how to do that. The more you help me, you're helping others. And you're helping yourself, because you'll be able to come back to the video. All right. Now, with all that said, I think we deserve some music. Don't you agree? Let's go on to style, and let's try and have a little jam session here. We'll go to R&B, and let's do one of my favorites. It's called the Diva Groove. And I'm going to go to Chord Sequencer and turn it off, because I want some control over what I'm doing. And therefore, I'm going to use split mode so I can play the chords without having the piano on top of it. So why don't we do that? You agree we should have a little jam session with Diva Groove? Let's do it. Now, I want you to see what I did. I realized that my split point was too close. I wanted to make it a little bit up. So to do that, all you do is hit split and a note, and it's set. So anything I play down here will fit my split functionality that I selected. All right, let's round this up with just a very quick solo. Let's go. All right, Gokey's 5, Gokey's 3, all so much fun. We have been covering a lot of the sounds, and there's just going to be one last treat before we leave. I won't leave without playing my favorite voice on this keyboard. I'm going to show you my favorite voice on this keyboard. So let's go back here. Let's go to List, and let's find some of my favorites. I talked about the expansion sounds. Well, those are a few of the sounds from the EX card, or I should say the EX expansion functionality using the dongle. So I've got my additional pianos here. So I've got all those, but my favorite sound on this keyboard, I got to show you, because it's under, let's see if I can find it. It's under Other, actually. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. It evades me sometimes. Okay, here we go. So it should pop up somewhere in common. These are actually really nice ones under common, but let's go to category. I think I'll find it under category a lot quicker. All right, there we go. Under Vox. Scat. So this is my favorite because I love listening to Take 6. Yeah, Take 6 is one of the most awesome groups on the planet. You're not listening to Take 6, you're missing out. Just Google Take 6. But they are masters of vocal music, vocal jazz, vocal anything. They do anything with their voices. So this reminds me of my favorite group, Take 6. So if you haven't heard my remixes of Take 6, or you haven't watched our interview, go on down to Take 6's Spread Love podcast, and you'll be able to see the interview that I had with Take 6. I did 10 different remixes of that song. Grammy Award winning Spread Love for the Spread Love Challenge. So that might interest those of you who are vocal jazz enthusiasts. But let's play a little bit of jazz in the Take 6 style to close this out. Here we go. right, well, I hope you enjoyed that. And my friends, if you have any questions about the Gokey's keyboard, you know what to do. Just simply ask, and I'll be more than happy to give you insights in the comments. Thank you for joining me today. Going on 54 minutes. I hope you had fun. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I will take you out with the final jam. Let's go. Thank you, my friends. Remember to hit like and share. Bye for now.